Sony.
Smashed it out of the ballpark.
Well played, Sony.
That was good. Very good.
Where do you want to start? Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
I'm
going to attempt it.
Dara from Walking Dead's got a baby and he's naked.
Hideo Kojima.
I said that like Hideo Kojima.
Is back from the dead basically. Which I'm so happy for him, even though he's a bit of a cocky bastard. But then he has every right. I was talking to my parents. He's basically, of our generation, one of the greatest developers.
Yeah.
He is.
Fact.
How
many other developers can you name?
That's still alive. I can't really name them.
I can't name any at all, apart from Hideo Kojima.
Yeah. But yeah, this game, it was only a cinematic trailer, but it was enough. I mean, like, when you look at Metal Gear Solid and you look at that, like, I can't narrow Metal Gear Solid. You can't say it's a stealth game because it is in its essence it is, but there is so much padding around it. Like there's so much I watch a lot of like full playthroughs of it, and they literally like go through everything, and there are so many like little secrets, and it's just, what is this game?
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
What do you think it's gonna be? Thriller, action?
I think it's gonna be an all-rounder. So thriller, action, scary, survival maybe.
Is it gonna be horror, like first person, hardly any action?
It's not gonna be first person. He doesn't. I don't think he does. He's never done first person. Even when he did Silent Hill.
Was like.
Yeah, but that was only a teaser. I like third persons if they're done properly, and I feel like all he's ever done is third persons.
Yeah.
But he could be breaking away from it. But basically, all we know so far is that. Well, I think for this one we'll show a trailer.
Alright. What's his name? Norman.
I don't know his name.
Why is it Norman Reedus? Norman Reedus. That sounds wrong.
Crossbow guy from Walking Dead.
Yeah, Daryl Dixon from Walking Dead. He's nude. He's got the booty. Booty game strong. He's got the booty on stage. He's naked and
he's also had a baby.
Yeah, but he's attached to the baby. You'll notice. He's got the.
C-section. Yeah.
So
it's a bit like
he's given birth to a baby which is connected to with an umbilical cord, but is the umbilical cord
what if
robotic?
He's like Adam? It's like
Adam and Steve.
Yeah.
Not Adam and Eve.
What if like it's his attempt of like kind of like this is how the world started?
Who else is doing?
Because like, did you see as well? There's that loads of fish. What was that? Like
and
everything.
The marks on it as well,
everything in any trailer he's ever done means something.
Yeah.
And like there was a row of fish, and then I don't know if you saw when it was up. There was 4 things.
Should we play it?
There was 4 things in the sky. Did you see it? And then they disappeared.
Alright, what's this say?
To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wildflower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. So
basically, it's about life, isn't it? Like how things. About creation, about being born. Because
it could be
death
death.
Stranding.
It could be death.
Is it a verb? Is it a stranding of death? That's what all the umbilical cord like. Is he dying and giving his life to this baby?
Because the baby looks like a part of him. Because when he picks up the baby, he's crying.
Yeah, like it's his.
And then it's ink on his hands.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's all oil. It's oil or ink. He's like the plague. I think he's death. Evolution. It could be loads of things. It might not even be his baby. It could symbolise like his soul or something.
You know, I think you might be right about him being death. His tiny, tiny eyes, man. Hasn't he got so like his eyes are so untrustworthy?
There's a thing about death. There's a folk tale about death. I can't remember what it was. Basically, I can't remember.
Is it? I hope it's not some like environmental message about global warming or something. Like,
well, he did have strands of that in all the Metal Gears.
Well,
you say but they were done in a clever way that you didn't even notice.
Oh, right, okay.
So, and why is that? Why is the G like that? Oil, ink. I don't know. It's something to do with the oil, or maybe he's like death is just consuming everything, and he doesn't know it yet.
like Midas.
Kind of, yeah. He
Like
doesn't know that
Midas.
he doesn't know that he's deaf.
That's why he picks up the baby. He picks up his kid. He's crying. Oh, I found my kid. Oh,
Because it could be maybe it's like a humane approach to death, where like death is a person. Because there is a folktale where death is a person, and he's given. It's not really given it. I think it's there's one where it's a gift to him where he never dies, and he becomes like basically like kind of like the balancer of humanity, and but maybe he doesn't know it, and he doesn't want to be. Maybe that's why he was upset with the baby. But then the baby is his.
I think it was like he's had the cut.
Unless he's the first human, unless there's been like a natural disaster and he's the only survivor, so he's like the start of. Maybe that's why he's got the cuffs on, because the cuffs are obviously from
somebody else.
Yeah, and the way that glow, so they're obviously future.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I don't know. I mean, I'm really interested to see that.
If Hideo, if you're watching, send a message. Tell us what's going on, please.
Good job.
Yeah, good job.
It's good to have you back.
Imagine who he was.
He once popped into I could be completely wrong about this. He once popped into a Twitch channel, and it's the guys that do the like they play all Metal Gear Solids all the way through, like all secrets, all the dialogue. He popped into one of them ones.
Hey up.
I just think he's an awesome guy.
He might be slightly out of shot, and he might just be like, he might come in a minute. Subscribe, just find out.
Special guest.
So what was that? Oh no, that was just Death Stranding. We're going to have to cut that down a lot. Sony also announced God of War. Now, forgive me Sean, forgive me everyone on the internet ever, never played God of War. I'm sorry.
So good. This one though is just a completely
he looks so
different
weird with
tier.
a beard.
Do you know what I'm really looking forward to? Is the whole he has a son. He has
Who's the mom?
son.
Who's he banging? Is he the God of War?
Well, the mom's dead. That's what he says at the end. Or she's either dead or she's disappeared. But he's the God of War. Because I haven't played God of War 3. But basically, Zeus is his father. That's why I think, you know, did you see the trailer?
Yeah.
You know when the boy pulls the bow and shoots, a bit of spark comes off when it hits. I think the boy's got some powers as well. And as well, I did a really good analysis of this. When he's jumping over the tree, he gets, or when he shoots the bow, the archery, he gets experience for killing. Surely he's been around all that time. It's for the boy. Do you know what I mean? He shoots. You know when the boy kills the deer, it comes up with experience archery.
Where?
Put it.
Yeah, because
and it's like this is the god. This is the God of War. He knows how to shoot a bow. So I think I think what's happening is it'll always be Kratos and his son, and all the experience you gain will be for him. And he will eventually kind of maybe take over. Yeah. Because if there's another point where he's like where the boy's running off in front, and Kratos jumps over a log, and it says experience for like exploration experience, and it's like, but he doesn't need. Is
he? We'll just leave this on while we're talking.
I think he's like a protege. Yeah. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
But this game looks incredible.
Yeah, but do you think he's gonna pull a Red Dead Redemption, and you're going to play the whole game as Kratos?
I can't imagine, because them killing off Kratos would be. It'd be more.
I just couldn't get over the graphics on this game.
The internet will go fucking mental. Like the entrance to him, and the way he talks. As soon as I heard his voice, I was like, "Oh my god!" I must admit,
I've not seen the whole thing. I just skipped I skipped into it. I've not seen all this.
So why does he need? I think that's how they're going to do it, and if they do it that way, I think it's very clever.
So you're like teaching the kid the whole game, and then at the end you'll maybe like the way Mass Effect, like
maybe he'll take over.
Affected your last mission.
Maybe
it'll be the same with it.
I don't know. I'm a bit about. Did you see the combat in it? Yeah.
It just looks seamless as well, like.
Yeah. And I love the bond. This bit now where you like basically I know you haven't played. Kratos is a very, very, very angry man. Like literally kills anything. And to think that he's looking after this child, it's mind-boggling.
I mean, I don't know Kratos. I've never played the game, but the bit at the end when the kid's like crying and he goes to hug him, and just stops, and I was like,
it's weird. I was there and I was like, oh my god, whoa, that's and the way the boy as well. Kratos is like that, and then the boy copies him. You're just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like,
it's. See, do you know what I usually moan about that? I don't like really bond with characters in games. Like Last of Us, I didn't care. I don't even know Kratos, and I'm already rooting for him. I already want to go.
It's good. It's Kratos is a very like, and the combat. Oh,
what in this or in any God of War?
Well, in any God of War, but this is completely different. Like it's usually like 3 or 4 people around you. It's kind of a bit like Bayonetta, a bit like hack and slash. But
I'm not a big fan of button bashing.
This is.
I don't know why everybody went mad at that point when he pulled the axe back. Everybody cheered, and I was like, "It's
because it's fucking awesome."
Yeah, it's awesome, but you know, he's just punched a guy's face in. That's all.
Yeah,
that's
but
awesome.
I mean, like, imagine like that was clearly you pressed the button. Imagine you're just there, and just imagine having a badass. You just got that.
Yeah, I suppose.
And I mean, like, have you seen this combat bit?
Yeah, I've watched the rest from here. I think. Is this I know he's the big troll. Yeah.
Like in a way, he cares for the child as well. It's just. Shut up! Boom!
Yeah, I think.
Watch. Hang on. I'll show you the bit where he's.
I am tempted to buy the God. Is it God of War 3 remaster on PS4?
Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. I've got Ascension.
Is he like actually cutting his knee?
Yeah.
As he attacks. That is so cool.
Watch this. Watch when he shoots. You see a little spark hit his chest. See?
Oh yeah.
So he does. He clearly has powers.
Mm-hmm. I want to know who his mom is.
I never played God of War 3, but I know he was the son of Zeus, and he basically killed Zeus.
So he's basically Wonder Woman.
Well, he's War.
Yeah, because Wonder Woman's the God of War now in the comics.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he's
probably,
Wonder Woman.
Essentially.
Why have I not played this game?
Because it wasn't your game. Maybe it was out on the PlayStation.
True. I've always been a bit of an Xbox kind of guy now.
Well, it was original PlayStation. It was out. It started from PlayStation 1.
Oh,
no? And then PlayStation 2. And then 3.
I didn't know that.
PlayStation 3 was God of War 3, and I think Ascension. I can't remember. I think PS4 might be an Ascension, but Ascension is before all of them.
Wasn't there was a handheld one? Wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
But
yeah.
So, well, still talking about Sony. We got.
I like that it's gone into. Sorry, I like that it's gone into Nordic.
Yeah, I do like a bit of a.
Valhalla.
Right, I walked in Sean's house today and Sean was playing Resident Evil 7. He's explaining to you.
I'm so happy. I am. Capcom, you have literally, hopefully, resurrected Resident Evil because I'm like addicted to it. I want to. Anyone like surely there's people out here who are watching this. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I have actually played it. And it's PT because, and people are like, yeah, but it's a rip-off. It's not, because there's someone from PT working on.
That's the only thing that worries me though. It's not Resident Evil. It's.
But
PT.
see, we can't make that decision yet because there's
I know
not enough
it's only the demo, and it's like just trying to build the.
And I don't know how it's going to go into it because obviously, well, you don't know anything because
I have no idea.
Well, Umbrella's non-existent anymore.
That's horrible.
Wesker's.
Hang on, what's this the end of?
Dead.
Resi 6.
Resi 6. Wesker's dead.
So he's not dead.
I hope he's not, because he's by far one of the greatest villains ever. He's so badass.
Is he one of the shades?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a fucking badass. So Umbrella are dead. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know whether because there has to be some. There's definitely it's a biohazard because it says Resident. Did you know that in Japan Resident Evil is called Biohazard?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a biohazard because it says Resident Evil 7, and then underneath it says Biohazard.
Doesn't it just say Resident? Is this a reboot?
No, it says Resident.
Oh, it says
Resident.
Resi 7.
But it's the way it does it is that it's the Roman numerals for 7.
Oh right.
So it is 7.
Yeah, because I saw that because the out just goes on to the end
Yeah,
of it, and I thought it was just because I like the idea of it just being like this is just Resident Evil starting again.
I would not be surprised if they did do that. It would be very clever, but. What I'm hoping for is that they've kept the key events, and they're moving on. So like 20 years later, and I'm kind of hoping it's that. But there's a lot of reference to like the family, and I don't know. The demo gives nothing away. It just shows for a Resident, I mean, not even just for a Resident Evil game, for a demo of like any game that I've played, it shows a very clean and crisp game. Like it looks, and I have never been terrified when I play a game apart from Dead Space. Dead Space, literally, I was like, what's around the corner? And I was feeling like, at the moment, I'm trying to find, basically, there's this ghost girl who like appears in it, and you have to do, again like PT, you have to do certain things and she appears, and I am literally going out of my way to find her, and like, even though I've seen pictures where she appears, I know what she looks like, I've seen videos, I am still, every time I'm there, I turn around, and apparently there's one point where she's down the hallway, even though I know she's going to be there, I know what she looks like, I am still
scared.
I'm still feel tense about turning around, and there's fucking mannequins in it that just appear.
I need to play.
Oh, it's horrible.
We all need to play. We need to get everybody together. New layers of fear. What Resident Evil?
I'd want to work it out a bit more before we play it there, because it is very short.
You can kind of guide.
Yeah, if you just go like kind of like the way it kind of makes you feel like it's the right way, it's very short.
Oh, right, okay.
So, but once I've worked out all the different like strands and there's also a little Easter egg as well for what the community thinks is
that mine in there?
Probably very tiny. Resident Evil. There's an Easter egg for
welcome to England. It was sunny earlier.
It's quite warm as well. There's an Easter egg for Resident Evil 2, because as you hopefully all know, they're doing a complete remake from ground up. Sorry. There's a little picture of a helicopter from, I think it's Resi 1, and it's got the umbrella symbol on the or it could be the star symbol on the side. So yeah, very excited for that. Oh, and it's VR as well, which I've gone throw out there. That's a nightmare.
You know what? I was the start, like day one of E3, was VR even mentioned, and I was like, VR's a gimmick.
It's Microsoft and
VR is dead already. But
Bethesda.
Ubisoft came out. Bethesda, yeah, that's what they're doing Fallout
and Doom.
Ubisoft were like, this is VR, and now I'm starting to get behind VR now. I want a VR headset. I did before just because it was like, oh, this is new and cool and gimmicky. But now they've got some.
I think if I'm ever going to get VR, it'll only be PlayStation. I don't like. We'll probably talk about it later. Yeah, again, PlayStation.
Yeah,
we'll probably talk about it later. But basically, we are both quite literally on the edge of buying a new game. Like this weekend, I'll probably buy them. Not like you know, like I wish I could afford like, you know, the grand ones. Start off small and then bits and bobs. But what else is there?
There's two more games. One, I just want to quickly mention Spider-Man, because I'm a big Spider-Man fan, as people know. Great. Ratchet and Clank, Sunset Overdrive. They've made good games, they've made good solid games, but there's
Tony Hawk's, I think.
I thought that was Neversoft, right? I don't know. But for some reason, I'm really worried about this game. And I don't know. I know
why you're worried.
And I know the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 games were pretty bad.
Because of all the other Spider-Man games.
Spider-Man 3 on PS2.
Was it Spider-Man 2 was meant to be
really
good?
Was it 2?
I think it's 2. Meant to be really, really good.
One of them was just, oh man, I could just spend hours just zipping around the city.
Then you're going right back to be fair, the PlayStation ones were good, but in between that, that's it.
Nothing. But what worries me is how good it looks now. And I know it sounds stupid, but I can't see a Spider-Man game, especially, looking and playing that well. And it's like, it's still, I don't know, there's something that doesn't sit right with me. I'm worried for it.
I think it's probably because your Spider-Man's quite close. You have high expectations for Spider-Man, which is natural because it's Spider-Man. I think it looks so fucking good.
It does look so. I'm not a big fan of the costume, but
that'd be cool. I like the I just like it all.
Yeah.
I like all the combat.
When he goes through the
and he just kind of goes like
back out the window. Oh, man.
It's just like,
I love Spider-Man so much. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that really quick, because staying on the subject of zombies,
here we go!
Days Gone. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Last of Us meets bloody Left 4 Dead meets bloody State of Decay. Oh man, yes, I need that game. I love the
zombies in it. Basically, there is
the bit in the trailer, the little kid one.
Yeah,
there is.
I don't think in that game you'll ever come across a point where you fight maybe 1 or 2 zombies. It is literally the way they described it. It's like a swarm of bees. Just and you're just like, oh shit.
That remind me of. Did you see World War Z with Brad Pitt in it?
I haven't seen it. I've seen trailers of it where they're literally just like
going up the wall. Because that's what I thought when there's all like climbing over it. They're coming through the door. I was like, this is scary.
Yeah. And it's got like aspects of Dead Rising as well because you can craft weapons. Like there's a bit in the trailer where he takes apart an car engine, and tries to make a gun, and they mentioned as well that because there was one point where it says, "Oh, stealth is an option," so I think there's a bit of stealth in there.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm not too sure if it's open world. I'm kind of hoping it's not.
Yeah,
because then it's just going to be like all the others.
This is how I want my zombie game. Like Dead Rising, yeah, it's fun, but I don't like comedy zombies. It's just
a bit of a gimmick.
Sure, if it's going to
be if it's going to be comedy, it needs to be real over the top.
Yeah, definitely.
But
other than
it
that,
can't be like a serious comedy, like with a bit of light-heartedness. But I like what you said, Luke, about the Last of Us dark undertone. I like that. I like my games to have a dark undertone.
You know,
there you go.
I was literally about to say this is a rubbish storm. We've only had one bit of lightning, a bit more. So that's Sony. That's pretty much what Sony done. Batman VR. They had
a lot of VR pushes. Yeah. Good for you, Sony. Well done.
So a quick look, just to double check. Where am ya? Horizon Zero Dawn. That looks good.
I didn't bother watching the gameplay for that because I already know it looks good.
Call of Duty. Crash Bandicoot remake.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy. Like, they were gonna do it. Last E3, the bloke who was on the stage who presented it had a t-shirt. Did you know? No. He was wearing a t-shirt on under his suit that had the Bandicoot.
Alright.
And that's why when he came out stage, he did this. He goes, "Don't need a t-shirt this time." Basically, they're doing 1, 2, and 3 which is a bit of a pain, really. Activision still own the rights, so Sony are working with them. So I think when they say Sony, they mean Naughty Dog. Working with, which I hope they are. I hope they haven't got any other. Activision just need to step away from it, let the professionals take it, and then just take the money off them. I don't care.
Stick to making bloody
just go away. Leave Crash Bandicoot alone. Leave Naughty Dog to
Britney alone. Is that still relevant?
I don't know what that is.
Leave Britney alone. I can't remember the name. They're like crying. They got leave Britney alone. No.
Crash Bandicoot. 1, 2, and 3.
Talking of Sony, this is pretty heavy rain. Heavy rain.
They're building them up from right from the bottom back up again. So they're like remasters, remakes, basically. And
as long as it is a remake and not a
not a new one.
Yeah, not like
I think if they're going to make a new one,
world.
Yeah. Oh, please don't do that. If they're going to make a new one, like get back into the zone. I think they're going to make a new one, and I'm really hoping that maybe Activision are just like, okay, we'll give you after you remaster these 3. I'm hoping that's what they're going to do. So they have one more big lot because that is going to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Once they get that, then maybe Activision will be a bit like, okay, we're done with it now. Yeah. And I'm hoping that Naughty Dog will go back to. Yeah. I was so happy that they did that because Crash Bandicoot is my childhood basically.
Spyro is mine.
And to be fair, in Spyro as well, maybe this might start
give me a Spyro remake and I'm there.
Like we were saying about remakes, I'm saying like the only games really that deserve a remake are, like your Super Nintendo games, maybe your Sega games, your PlayStation games. I know PlayStation isn't as old as the Super Nintendo, but I mean like that kind of games, not fucking Skyrim.
Talking of fucking Skyrim, Bethesda.
Is that the next one?
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm on.
Nice. Sega.